Self-love is important, man. I think the problem is we like following the crowd blindly, even though we know that we shouldn't. I'll give an example. When you were younger, you wanted to live in a mansion because you genuinely thought that living in a mansion is the ultimate dream. That's success to you. Abo? Then you started learning about rates and taxes. You started learning about bond. You started learning about amenities. You started learning about renovations, house maintenance. You wanted to have a big car. Started learning that um, actually having a car that takes you from point A to point B is more rational than just getting a car that just makes you look nice and people are like, this is great because the installment is flipping insane. And people hijack cars all the time. There's insurance, there's fuel, you have to change tires, there's service. Then you wanted to get married at 24, 23. But at 24, 23, you were in your whole phase. You were not ready for marriage. And to even make it worse, the truth is, o rata banna man, o rata basadi. You love women, you love men. You're not the settling down type, fam. You are not the settling down type. When are you like juggling people? You're texting this one while DMing this one, while fucking this one, while going out with that one, and while spending time with that one. Marriage is not for you, Chief. Well, maybe not yet. But the truth is, when you were young, you thought you would be married because you didn't know that you would be loving women like this. You didn't know you were a womanizer. You just discovered it in your 20s, or Mara Shap Shap, I'm a womanizer, but you're in denial. You still think you'll get married. You hate kids. Like, you don't like spending time with kids. They're loud. They poop all over the place, or they're always pooping, snot, crying, very childish because they're kids. But you say you want kids and you want 5. You are so far from your reality. Your reality and your thoughts don't match because you're not honest with yourself. You don't spend time and actually evaluate your life, yourself, and be honest about certain things that you don't really want in life or want in life. It's because of the idea that you had of your 7-year-old brain that didn't know anything versus your 20, 30, 40 something year old brain that knows a lot now. But you don't want to detach that 7-year-old brain with 30, 20, 40-year-old mentality and understanding. So now you're stressed about things that you thought you wanted and you still think you might get, instead of accepting the truth about who you are. This is not settling down. This is not giving up. This is you accepting who you really are and living out your reality. There's a big difference. Because once you accept who you are, you start loving yourself for who you are. And you start knowing what you don't want. The truth is, you don't want a mansion because you don't want to have kids. Why have a mansion if you're going to be staying by yourself? You don't want to get married, but you want a 5-bedroom house. Who's going to be sleeping in those rooms? What you're just basically doing is that you're going to make the bank richer because you're going to be paying loans and interest. You're going to find a maid, or rather a domestic worker, to come and clean your house every week. That's not occupied by anybody. And you're just going to have a flashy car. You don't really like cars that much. Just so that people can say, you look good in that car. Or you end up marrying someone you don't like. Just so that when you fill in the forms, you can say married. Self-love is important. Self-awareness is crucial. See you on the next one.